because he's military.
Sitting down while all these people work.
Look at everybody working around him.
It's all about resting. Getting prepared, keeping it light.
Wake the sleeping beast. It's time to wake the sleeping beast.
My number one responsibility, obviously, would be soldiering. That's my number one responsibility. People look at me, obviously, and will say, well, you're just an athlete. But I'm not.
1, 2, 3.
I have to live my life to a certain standard, I think. Knowing that every day that I leave the field, or every week, every month, that I have this opportunity to train. And we have soldiers that are in other locations giving their lives, that I am absolutely the best that I could be because of that relationship. Being a soldier, athlete, Olympian.
That's the height. That's the height. Can we get it down to 2? That's buddy. See at the bottom? You can push faster there?
Gotta do what I gotta do.
The mental toughness that you need, I think you need to go to, to accomplish basic training, your AIT, all your military schoolings, and then the mental toughness you need to compete, whether it's internationally or even nationally. Just that aspect alone, the military athletes have a huge advantage.
Start number 1. Michelle's making her way to cliffside in the white face.
There's definitely a huge connection between the mental and physical discipline it takes to be, a military soldier, airman, Marine, as it does to be a world-class athlete. The training, the diet, all of it is strict and regimented, just like our, conduct and our standards in the military. And I think one helps you be better at the other.
At the start, all you think about is the start, even as a driver. All your mental preparation for the run is done prior to that. So all you're concentrating on is the start, to get the fastest start possible.
I get in first. Then from there on out, my job is to drive and pilot the sled down the track. There's actually a steering mechanism a lot of people don't know, but that's my main job as a driver. I also have to be able to contribute as a push athlete. But once I get in that sled, I have to be focused and calm to drive that sled down the track with 100% of my concentration.
Making his way through the Dallas Highway and into Shady 2 ahead of the pace.
We have a cadence we call, goes front set, back set, ready. We all hit the sled at the same time. And the driver jumps in right over the crest. The 3 of us take it a little farther than that.
They actually have like 500 needles, real small, tiny spikes in each shoe. The number 3 position, that's the guy who usually gets cut up and gets spiked up quite a bit because you're getting underneath one person and somebody else coming in behind you. So if you're going to get cut up or get spiked up, that's usually the position you're going to get spiked up in.
We all want to hit the sled together, kind of in unison with them, and we take off, we get in, get the push bars, and then we're on our trip.
When the bobsled's going down, the main thing is just for the crew to sit still and not move around, because any movement in the sled can cause the sled to slide one way or the other. So we're trying to stay as still as possible, especially like when we get into those corners and post almost 3 and 4 and 5 Gs. You don't really want to, once we straighten up and try to adjust yourself again, you want to kind of sit still, because you just got to take the pressure and it'll really squeeze you down. Sometimes in the back of the sled, you think it down really low, it's like, okay, I can't get any lower than this. And as soon as you hit that first big G, it's like, oh, here I go.
Especially when you're going over 80 miles an hour. And you're hitting Gs anywhere from 0 to, on Lake Placid, 5.5 Gs in less than 1/100 of a second. So you have to be able to adapt to that all the way down.
Okay, it's going to be at least 5-minute hold. 5 minutes to Mike and Hoy.
You need to learn the track so you can brace yourself. If not, at 4 Gs, hitting your head into the side of the bobsled hurts pretty bad if you don't know which way you're about to turn.
Coming into Venom's Bend, 25 100ths ahead of the pace. We just needs to keep it together as he comes to the chicane. Nice straight line through the chicane.
When we get to the bottom, I have to pull the brakes, which is just 4 or 5 little picks, ice picks. And so trying to stop something that weighs about 1,300 pounds with all of us in it, going 90 miles an hour, makes you pull back pretty hard. And you skip until you come to a stop. That was slightly painful.
If I know I was on the verge of being out of control, I know I have a good run going. When I have a perfect run, normally I know I have a slow run. I explain it to people, if your first trip down, it's like if you were put in a Coke can and a bunch of rocks, you shook it, and that's what you are in that Coke can. It's a brutal, fast-paced ride.
Mike's heading for the finish line with a down time of 56.69 and a combined time of 1:53.31. Whoa, boy. They cross the finish line with a combined time of 1:55.39 and their down time of 57.94. 57.94.
You know, sometimes when I don't feel like getting up and going to do my workout, I say, well, you know, my guys have to get up and they have to go over to Afghanistan in the morning. You know, that's my inspiration to get through the workout and to keep fighting for them because I know that they're supporting me. So I think it's a cool connection to have with my friends who are military because, you know, they can give you support that you can't get from anywhere else because they know about struggle and sacrifice.
Sometimes it's difficult, and you wonder what's going on, whether, you know, their soldiers are being placed in harm's way or they're fighting or whatever. You really do form relationships and build partnerships, and there's camaraderie and there's competition. Like in a situation or circumstance, most circumstances you wouldn't normally get. And I think that's what keeps most guys around, the thrill of trying to accomplish more than what you accomplished before.
Right now they know I'm here driving them down the track in a bobsled, but who knows if I don't make the team, or, you know, if next year I get put on a team to go to Afghanistan. That's in my job. I'm in the Army, so that's what I have to do. I wouldn't complain one bit because I joined the Army knowing that, and then joined the bobsled, joined to be in the Army to have a career and a future, and that's just part of the job.
Deployments do happen, and I'm sure after WCAP I'll be deployed as well. But right now this is my job and this is what the Army wants me to do. Afterwards, they'll tell me where they want me to go, and I'll go there.